I'm Diep.
I'm Jose.
And we're your token theater friends, new people who love theater and see too much of it and have no one to talk about it with except each other. And now all of you. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. We loved that you also love Be More Chill. But today we are not talking about Be More Chill, but we are talking to someone who is just as chill. Would you say?
She's incredible, yeah. Today we are talking to Drama Desk Award winner and Tony nominee Laura Osnes, who you may know from Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, Bandstand, Grease, Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, she's incredible. Laura came to talk to us about Broadway Princess Party, which is one of the most exciting things out there right now. Mm-hmm. So we talked to her about songs she loves and being a princess role model and where she's taking the concert series next. So let's go check that out.
It's possible. Golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage, and 4 white mice are easily turned to horses. Such folderol and fiddly of courses, quite possible.
Tell Jose and I a little bit about this concert series that you've been doing around the country this summer.
Awesome. Well, it started as an idea at one of my dear friends, Ben Rauhala. He's our music director for the concert. Asked me at his birthday party if I would get involved with this idea that he had to do a princess concert with princess songs. And he said, I would love for you to be in it and maybe like host it with me. Are you game? And within a couple hours, I had created this spreadsheet of headshots of all of our girlfriends next to pictures of what princess I wanted them to sing and portray for the concert. And that was the brainstorm of where it all began. And we did our first concert about 6 months later in New York City. And we're so thrilled and surprised and elated by the response that it got. It was this just beautiful thing for the audiences who came, were losing their minds and absolutely loved it because they were seeing all of their favorite Broadway, ingenues singing these iconic songs that I think everybody has some sort of connection to. As well as for the girls, for the cast involved, it was this really neat opportunity to support each other and be really inspired and blown away by each other when oftentimes we're competing against each other. And that night, it was really this beautiful celebratory atmosphere of support and strong females and amazing talent that was really, really special. So we knew we had something kind of magical on our hands. And it's now been 3 years. We just had our third birthday, Broadway Princess Party. And because of the demand, we've just been able to take it beyond New York City.
Are you finding you're adding to your repertoire all the time because of the new Disney movies coming out?
Yeah, there's such a vast canon of music to be explored, which is what we figured. We figured that out at 54 Below over a course of 2.5 years. We didn't want to keep giving people the same show, and we had different girls involved, and so that was great. With this now, because we're touring to different cities, we are able to keep the show relatively consistent because it's a different audience all the time. We're bringing the show to them. But we just added 2 new songs, and or 3 new songs in our last concert, and we have different guest princes, which sometimes allows for different songs to be incorporated in. And then we're also in the works about talking about a holiday program and touring this coming holiday season.
So as the ultimate Broadway princess, we thought it would be fun to play a little game with you.
I love games.
So I am going to read you some lyrics, and you have to tell me if they're from a song by a princess or a song by Prince.
Oh, okay. Oh, I hope I'm good at this. I'm a little nervous.
Ready for the first one?
Can't wait, yes.
Okay, let's do it. But people, I guess, can live like that. We all must pay a price. To be safe, we lose our chance of ever knowing.
That is Pocahontas, so she is the princess.
Amazing,
Not
yes.
a prince.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, great.
In the past few years, I feel like there's been this change in conversation around princesses. So now the question is, how can we make princesses more empowering so it's not just a traditional, very gender heteronormative role for women?
Absolutely. Making these princesses relevant, I think, is something we really do want to tap into. They're not just damsels in distress looking for love. And in fact, even Ariel. I mean, way back when. I mean, her song is about part of your world is about expanding beyond her normal life. Belle wanting more than that provincial life. They're not just about finding love. So I feel like a lot of people just equate it with that, when really Disney, I feel like, was ahead of the game starting, in the 80s and 90s when I was a child. At our Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella on Broadway, we rewrote the script, not we, Douglas Carter Bean rewrote the script to make Cinderella losing her shoe a choice. She leaves her shoe on purpose so that the prince will find her, as opposed to, oh, I lost my shoe and I'm running away. And then at the end, she makes the point to be like, I haven't tried on the slipper, and it's all her decision. She's deciding her own fate. And in fact, she challenges the prince who to step up into the role that he needs to fulfill, because he's afraid to be a leader and, not quite up for that challenge. And she's the one who inspires him to do so. So I feel like that was a really cool way to make that iconic princess that everyone kind of has in their brain feel very relevant. She was also very into politics and she had a huge imagination, which I feel like there are still qualities like grace and kindness and forgiveness and things like that were also emphasized in the show that will be timeless, I think, princess characteristics.
Gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I got who's it and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
Second question?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold?
Oh, because I don't know this one, which is shocking. I'm embarrassed and sad that I don't know it. I might say Prince because I don't know it. Maybe you found what is it?
And you're correct.
Yes.
It's from When Doves Cry.
When Doves Cry. Nice.
So you became famous by being on Grease. You're the one that I want. Back when being famous was being on television. And so now that being it's easier. I feel like it's easier to be famous now because everyone can have an internet persona. And so, what do you think about the changing nature of how people get notoriety these days?
It's so interesting. The whole idea of fame, I don't consider myself famous. Do you know what I mean? It's so weird. I'm just a normal person living my dream.
With 100,000 Instagram followers.
But there are people, it's not like Taylor Swift levels, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel very fortunate actually that I did the reality show thing in 2007 that really put me on the map. Nowadays, I feel like the TV exposure is still phenomenal exposure, but at the time, it was before Instagram, it was before all these things. So it was a really kind of incredible way to kind of launch my career. And I had always dreamed of being on Broadway. I knew that's what I wanted to do, but that put me on the map and made my dream come true in a matter of 3 months. I had won this contest and was guaranteed a year-long run playing a lead in a Broadway show, which was an insane gift. That doesn't happen to people. So I am super grateful for that. It was a very stressful, weird situation. In fact, at the time, we weren't allowed to really post about it, even on Facebook, which did exist. We kind of had to keep everything under wraps. And I feel like nowadays with reality TV, I don't know how they do it. I just feel like it would be overwhelming. And I'm almost grateful that it was overwhelming enough without all of that. And I can't imagine nowadays having to do that.
Okay, Laura, you already won because we only have 3 questions. But if you want to go 3 for 3, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so someday we'll say and do things we've been longing to. Though he's far away, I'll find my love someday.
I feel like it's the lyric is though he's far away, so it makes me think that it's Princess. And I know I've heard that, but I'm not placing it immediately. It's not Thumbelina, is it?
It's not. So you're gonna.
I'm saying Princess.
Oh, okay. Well, you're right.
Oh, good.
It's the lyrics from "Someday My Prince Will Come."
Oh my gosh!
But it's the extra lyrics that only Barbara sings usually. So.
Whoa!
Well, that was like bonus.
So yeah, you aced it, and you are our winner. So you ready for a prize?
Thanks.
We got you a TCG tote bag, and inside is my favorite princess of all time, and I want you to have one.
Yes! You guys, this is phenomenal. Amazing. Wonder Woman. Look at her beautiful toga.
What do you think a Wonder Woman musical would sound like?
Let's make it happen. Oh,
Yes.
Who would write that? Probably like Pasek and Paul. I feel like it has to be a little contemporary. It can't quite be like Rodgers and Hammerstein Wonder Woman. Not that they're alive to write a music for it anyway. But like, I feel like it's got to be kind of like driving and like exciting and like epic. Like it would be like Greatest Showman-y, you know what I mean? Oh, thank you guys so much. What
You're
a
very
treasure.
welcome. Laura, thank you so much for joining us. Like, we are so looking forward to the next Broadway Princess Party.
Thank you, guys.
And would you like to invite our viewers all over the country? Let us know where you're going to be next.
Yes, we have dates September 14th. We're going to be in Boston at the Berkeley Performing Arts Center. And then September 15th, we're here in New Jersey at NJ Pack. And then the 16th, we are going to Cincinnati, Ohio, playing the Liberty Funny Bone. And then we have a bunch of dates we're looking to book soon, so definitely follow along at BroadwayPrincessParty.com. And then we have a few in October. We're going to go to Houston and Columbus, Ohio. And then we have dates all the way in January in Texas, Nebraska, and Washington. So we're super excited, but more to be announced soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura.
Come see us. Come join the party.
Bring your best tiara.
Yes.
And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue-corn moon. For whether we are white or copper-skinned, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. Need to paint with all the colors of the wind.
So, Diep, who was your favorite princess when you were little?
I'm wearing her on my dress. You can't see it unless I jump. But it was Cinderella, you know, like growing up as a young Asian woman, and I never saw myself on screen, so I felt very invisible. And I feel like Cinderella as a character who is also invisible and unappreciated until she finds a fairy godmother who shows her how amazing she is. So all we need is a cheerleader. Sometimes that cheerleader is a friend, and sometimes it's us inside.
Is she to blame for your obsession with shoes?
Yes. I have way too many shoes. And who's your favorite princess?
My favorite when I was little was Pocahontas.
Oh.
'Cause she had the raccoon, she had the hummingbird, she jumped from waterfalls. She has the best songs.
Yep,
She
Judy
also had-
Kuhn.
She also
Amazing
had the
voice.
Best hair.
Best hair. And the second hottest Disney prince.
After Prince Eric.
No. After Li Shang, because he takes his shirt off and he has a six-pack. And you know what? He helped a lot of young women and young men figure out their orientation. So go him.
So thank you for existing Disney princesses and princes,
We objectify everyone on this show.
as we should.
Yes. Well, and if you want to hear more of us talking, then subscribe to our Token Theater Friends, the podcast, where this week we talk about what makes a good movie to musical adaptation, because Disney princesses are on screen and they're also on stage. Why is that, Jose? We don't know. We'll find out. And or subscribe to Token Theater Friends on YouTube to see more of us talking at you. Because as always, theater is more fun when you take your friends. Bye.
Bye.